Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. Pisces, I hope that you're doing well. Sorry, there's lots of honking right now outside of my window. Pisces, I just did a series of twin flame readings. So if you resonate with the twin flame journey, I would like to encourage you to watch those readings. Also, I have put all of the Pisces readings into a playlist. So if you go under the playlist tab on my page, you can watch older readings. Tarot is timeless, and so you can watch tarot at any time and perhaps get a channeled message. I've often done that with some of my favorite tarot readers. I can watch a reading that was from 4 years ago, and it will resonate so well on the day that I watch it. So just wanted to point that out to you. So we're going to get right into it. Today we're using the Muse Tarot for the reading, and for the overall energy, the Great Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. And this deck is by Chris Ann. So Pisces, let's see what the overall energy is for you. Can I get one card for Pisces, please, Spirit? Okay. The word is south, and the word above it is adventure. It's the number 2 card. The number 2 card is the High Priestess in the Major Arcana of the Tarot. That's Pisces energy. You showed up in your own reading, as far as I'm concerned. Amazing. It's so amazing when that happens, when you show up in your own reading. So right off the bat, this kind of looks like either, it looks like a couple things, to me at least. A space suit, a portal, like a Stargate. But through that Stargate, there's a little person here with a red umbrella. It's almost like somebody in a raincoat and a red umbrella. Like if this was an astronaut suit. It's almost like they're showing me my favorite film of all time, which is 2001, Stanley Kubrick. So that may resonate for somebody out there. But in that movie, there's a point where main character travels so quickly through what seems like infinite time and space, only to return to an earlier state of being. But he can like see his life flash before his eyes, that kind of idea. So there may be something that you're looking at regarding the past. There's something about the red umbrella too. So this is not going to resonate with everyone. I don't even know, but I have to say it because Spirit's bringing it to me. They're showing me the movie Schindler's List, which is pretty traumatic film, brilliant and traumatic, by Steven Spielberg, about the Holocaust. And okay, so I'm getting ready to shuffle cards, right? So let me tell you what I was gonna say. In that film, there is one character, a little girl, and the whole film is in black and white. And there's one little girl, and she's in, I believe, they color her in pink. It's almost as if to isolate her out from the others. I mean, you can imagine a film, maybe many of you have not seen Schindler's List, but the horrific events of the Holocaust, right? I think that that character was meant to point out the fact that people were not just numbers, they were individuals. And so Steven Spielberg chose to put that character in a color. And so you would see her, she wasn't in every scene, but when she would pop up on the screen, your eye would be drawn to her immediately. She stuck out, right? She was unique. And so Spirit is bringing that, right? Because I see this here, this red umbrella as like sticking out. And when I went to split the deck to shuffle the cards, I happened to look down and I see this card. This is the Moon card. This is Pisces energy. This is Pisces. This also represents Pisces. It can also represent Cancer, but it represents Pisces. And there's this pink moon in a black background. It's very striking. There's something to it. There's something to it that maybe, you know, we are having some tremendous strife in the world right now, and perhaps these themes are coming up. This is not going to resonate for everyone, but what I will say, Pisces, is that you showed up twice in your reading, right? Look, even these are two separate decks, right? But even this circular and this, it's like they're the same size. These are all significant. When I read tarot, this is how I read tarot. It's almost as if, right, the moon is all about, I'm just going to hold up this one card. The moon is all about mysteries. It's the major arcana, number 19. Sorry, 18. Number 18. It reduces to a 9. But it's all about illumination in the darkness. So there can be some confusion connected to what is being illuminated because it's in the dark. There's shadow energy and secrets, right? Which is something that the number 2 card, the High Priestess, she's all about secrets, but it's like otherworldly, underworldly. So it's almost like there's this portal that's opening up for you right now, right? There's an expansion here and a portal here, and it's like you're looking through that portal, right, to get some kind of clarity. Something is sticking out to you. It's everything else is receding into the background, and there's some kind of stark revelation that you're having. When we see umbrellas in a tarot reading, umbrellas are protection from spirit. That's what they represent, protection. So there could be something here that I just heard dodged a bullet. There was something that was mysterious to you that their secrets have been revealed. You see things now more clearly. You may not know everything, but you know enough to make some pretty clear assessments as to what you're going to do next. Like, you found out some information that is guiding you in another direction. Like, you may have been going left and now you're going right because of what you've learned. Okay, so 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. Okay. A whole bunch of cards just flipped out. All 8 cards just came out. I'm going to take it. So, okay. Pisces, let's do it. In the past energy, you have the Muse of Emotions, or the King of Cups in this deck. And all the muses are horizontal, which is what makes it cool and unique. So that has to do with landscapes, right? Anytime we turn something on its side, it's like landscape mode. So I see here with the King of Cups, which is Scorpio energy, there could be a mastery that you have had in the past. You gained a mastery of your emotional state, your emotional landscape, because the King of Cups is very deep, very feeling. There's so much running the undercurrent of emotion, but they don't necessarily show you everything, right? You might get a smidgen. You might just get a glimpse from somebody who is in King of Cups energy. They don't wear their heart on their sleeve. They feel deeply. They're very compassionate. They have a maturity about their feelings, but you don't see all of them. They keep some stuff to themselves. Really drawn to this action right here, which reminds me of chakra energy, and it starts at the base, with the starfish there. Don't they say that it's like if a starfish gets one of its legs points cut off, that it grows back? I don't know if that's true, but Spirit's giving that to me, that there's something that you may have had to cut off, repurpose, and now something new is coming in its place. And it's at the root. It's at the root chakra, so it's kind of like the foundation of who you are, the foundation of how you define yourself is being redefined by you. Clarified by the Knight of Materials, or the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's still a little bit more, I would say, you've been waiting for a opportunity to come in, maybe a portal to open, and feeling rather fed up, because even in the upright, this particular Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Materials, he's slow. Knights bring messages. It's slow. And you've been very patient. And your patience is wearing thin. Let's get a clarifier for it. A very strong Scorpio in your reading today. 3 cards came out. The Page of Emotions, Page of Cups, the Tower in the reverse. This is the Tower in reverse. Major Arcana, number 16. And the 8 of Inspiration in the reverse. 8 of Inspiration is fast action, fast communication. It's in the reverse. You're really, really waiting for something to come in the past energy, and even in the present energy. I feel as though you've just been in a holding pattern, right? And the Tower, okay, so Page of Emotions, Page of Cups, that's somebody that wants to make a gesture, like that wants to kind of come forward and say, hey, join me, come with me, be with me, talk to me. But it's very small. It's like a phone call or a text message, or let's have coffee, or let's reconnect, right? It's a very small gesture, but the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, like that kind of thing. Like, it doesn't matter if it's small. A small gesture can be really crucial, and it's what you're waiting for right now. You're waiting for somebody to approach you. And with the Tower in reverse, it's almost like you want this Tower to happen. Tower is also Scorpio energy, as well as Aries. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries right now. Towers don't have to be bad things, because the Tower is, the idea of it is that there's a structure that's built on a shaky foundation. There's like a circumstance that just needs to, it's stagnancy, and it just needs to fall apart. But you got this card in reverse. I almost feel as though you want this Tower to happen, that you're barely holding things together, and it's exhausting of you trying to hold this together. And I'm just going to give you the example that they're giving me right now, that has to do like with my twin flame connection. I've And it could be have to do with, it doesn't have to be a twin flame. It just could be like a person. Maybe it's like your mom or a family member that you haven't talked to in a really long time. You want to talk to them so bad, but you know you've always made the first move. You've always reached out, and you can't do it anymore. They have to reach out. They have to be the ones, because it's like you've been holding everything together, but they have to be the ones to come towards you. And it just hasn't been happening right now. Because if they aren't the ones that come towards you, then the cycle perpetuates itself. You're always going to be going towards them, and you're just not in that space anymore. Right? Doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt you, doesn't mean that you don't want to talk to them, but you know that you can't. It's like you have to draw a line in the sand, a boundary. In the present energy, a little bit more of the same, but it's just a little more earnest this time. The Knight of Inspiration, or the Knight of Wands. Like, this horse has like hair of fire, right? And we have a firework here. So in the present energy, it's not just about like a message of opportunity. It's like I'm waiting for a message of something coming from the heart space, the passion, the drive, the initiative. Like, let's get going, let's get moving, let's do something. With the Nine of Inspiration, clarifying that, right? Like, you want to make a big splash. You want to step boldly. Nine of Inspiration is, I'm going to keep on trucking. This is the card of the wounded warrior, living to fight another day. That's what they call the Nine of Wands. In this card, however, it's so dynamic. Like, even her costume, her dress, it's so dynamic. It's bold, it's assertive, it's forthright, it's standing very tall and very proud. Here I am. This very here I am energy. Could be dealing with a fire sign as well, because in that Tower energy I did say Aries, right? But this is clarifying this card. This is what you want to come towards you, because this is the energy that you feel like you're in right now. Not just a space of maturity, we've gone there, but now you're just like, you're feeling kind of bold. You're feeling like, I can do this. And you're just waiting, right? The word here is adventure. Adventure. You want some big shake-up. Shake the system. Okay. The Knight of Voices. All these things. It's so funny that Cancer got a lot of aces. You're getting all the knights. Knight of Voices in the reverse. Clarifying these two cards. This horse is flying. It's a Pegasus. Knight of Voices talks about clarity, of speaking truth, of giving information, data, right? Gathering knowledge. Very, very swift in the reverse. Three knights, excuse me, now in your reading, all in reverse. Also could represent 3 individuals. You may have choices, since you're kind of vibing in this energy. I don't know, take it as it resonates. Nobody's doing anything, though. Nobody's doing anything. You're trying to do something, though. You know that there's some adventure meant for you, because I'm hearkening back to the High Priestess, right? There's somewhere in you that knows that you have to move. You have to. With the Death card coming out in the future energy, Scorpio again. The Moth energy, one of my favorite tarot readers, San Tarot, she always talks about the Moth energy as being referencing the underworld, referencing the psychic realms. You can see here, you see all the webbing? There's a lot of like webbing And it's almost as if there's this emergence of, it's like a rebirth, your rebirth, but into a higher echelon, a higher level of psychic awareness. Normally the death card, number 13, Major Arcana, talks about death and rebirth. It talks about the phoenix rising from the ashes. It talks about completely shedding a skin. But it's not a butterfly, and it's not a phoenix, it's a moth. So for me, that would represent the psychic awareness, psychic, intuitive, clairvoyant, clairsentient. Clarified by the 7 of inspiration in the reverse. Sometimes the 7 of inspiration or the 7 of wands can refer to a blocking energy. But the door is now opening for you. You're completely, this is like 2 cards of things that are opening. Like you're embracing. Looking at the moon card again, it's like the arms outstretched. I'm embracing this psychicness. I'm embracing this side of my spiritual awareness and spiritual growth. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle again because it seemed very chaotic. It seems very... I'm gonna shuffle. It seemed like when I was shuffling, it was like clunky. Thank you, Spirit. Got the wheel in the reverse, talking about divine timing right now. That Spirit is saying that there's still some karmic things that need to play out before you can step into this Wheel of Fortune energy, right? Here now I see three rather significant circular energies here. Right? It's important because I intuitively choose these cards. These cards came out for a reason. So I have to look at the visuals. I don't just look at the meaning. It's like portals and portals and portals are opening. It's almost though that this is the last one. So now it's almost like I see the turning of a dial, the turning of like a safe, and you're getting a combination. And it's just like you're trying to figure out the alignment between you and your manifestations, and you're tweaking and you're figuring it out one by one by one. And soon this will turn in reverse and the door will open. That's kind of what I see here. And when that door opens, you're going, you see how there's like, I don't know if you can tell, but there's like circles inside of circles inside of circles. When that door opens, you are going to have a profound revelation about something in your past. Almost like an event that happened in your, now it could be your past life. You might have a past life memory that comes to the surface, or your past in this life. Something that happened to you where you didn't realize that how life-altering that conversation was, that person was, that moment was, that changed like a trajectory for you. And it's almost like your future self is coming face to face with that moment again. And those two moments are merging together and creating your present tense. Does that make sense? That feels really heady. I hope it makes sense for somebody out there, because they're showing something, they're showing a moment with me where I had a moment like that. And I actually, I'm Master Reiki, so you can send Reiki to the future, you can send Reiki to the past. And I went back to that one moment that was difficult to look at, and I sent Reiki to that moment, almost as if to bless that moment, almost as if to stand with myself in one of the hardest moments of my life, to support myself in that moment, so that in the present tense, I no longer feel hurt, the level of hurt and pain attached to it. Like time traveling. Time traveling, I think, is, time is an illusion. Tarot is timeless. Did I just say that? Why can't you go back to a past moment of your life and heal it? Who is to say you cannot do that? And if any sign was going to do it, it would be a Pisces. I'm a Pisces moon, so I feel this. I've done this. I feel like you're doing this, or you're gonna do it. Let's see, 3 of emotions, 7 of emotions in reverse. Really stepping into the water energies right now. Once again, here it is, that circular motif. 3 of emotions is a celebration. A revelation is what I just heard. Past, present, and future self. No longer 7 of emotions, 7 of cups in reverse. There's no more confusion. There's clarity. This is a card of confusion in the upright. There's clarity. What is your advice? Just so interesting. This is advice from Spirit. You got the awakening card in the reverse. Spirit is... they're asking you to be courageous, because when I looked back on that very painful past moment, it physically came up, like it like hurt my body when it came up. And actually in the shoulder area, they say you store grief and pain in this area underneath it's like between your arm and your chest plate, I guess, right here, right in that area. When you cry, it's gonna be hard, like if there's a moment when you're experiencing grief, and I would never wish that upon anybody, but that's part of life. If you can step aside for a moment and realize when you cry, you actually feel pain in these areas of your body. It's almost like Spirit is like putting that all together for me and showing me that, like, when you face it, when you look at it head on, it's like all of this awareness and downloads will open up your heart chakra. But it's your choice. The awakening card is the Judgment card. It's number 20 in the Major Arcana. It's your choice. It's part of your calling. It's part of your life's blueprint, your life path to come to this revelation. But you have to be the one to decide. 6 of Voices in the reverse. 6 of Voices, 6 of Swords in the upright is moving on energy, and in the reverse it's called coming back energy. It's a revisitation. You're gonna time travel, not with your physical body, although you could. It could bring up something in the physical body, but I feel as though if you want, okay, Spirit's being a little cheeky, but there's a good reason. If you truly want the adventure, you need look no further than understanding the self. And now they're ringing my ears. They're ringing my ear, this ear. This is truly a mastery of the self, to travel back through your life and heal everything that has burdened you. I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. That's one of the craziest readings I've ever done on this channel, I think. But I loved every moment of it because it feels empowering. It feels like this is no easy task, and Pisces is just the individual to rise to the occasion. If this reading resonated, I do hope that you will like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Pisces.